Hi, it's May again. I got a good friend of me here. It's Tommy Anderson. Hi, how are you?
I'm good, May. How are you?
You getting better?
I'm getting better, yeah. A little
Well,
mishap, but I'm getting better.
Tough cookie. And well, you have go through a lot in your life. You have a lot of life, I would say.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
have. I've done a lot.
Yes. Can you share it with us from the beginnings? You're from militaries and then go to the story writers, the writers, and then producer, and then for the plays. It's a different journeys. How can you go through it and just tell us a little bit, tell our audience.
Well, I've always been, I guess, a multitasker, and I seem to thrive off of that. And I started out young at high school at 17. I joined the Army because I wanted to get out of my house and experience some of the world, and I did that, and you know, my experiences from that. When I got out of the military, I got into law enforcement for a couple of years, and then I switched and joined the fire department and was a firefighter medic, and did that for a number of years, about 23 years, until I was injured on a fire call and had to retire. And after that, I had to make a determination to do something different because I couldn't go back to what I did. I always was a storyteller, and in college I took a lot of creative writing classes, drama classes, music, things like that, because I was always interested in those things.
So even when you were really, really young, you loved writing already?
I did, yeah. In fact, one of my influences in high school, I had an English lit teacher, Mrs. Loftus, in high school, and she had us write stories, and she really liked my stories I came up with. And some of them were based in real life situations that were going on with my family or things around. And you know, and she just said that, you know, you're really gifted and as a writer. And at age, I think 16, you know, that was I was really impressed that she thought that, and very proud of it. I was always creative doing artwork and things like that, so I never thought I would make it into a career.
To make money with that.
Yeah, until, you know, after I was forced to, after I left the fire department, when I was in rehabilitation training, one of my nurses said, you know, I could see you being a writer or something in those areas, or a teacher, because of your experiences and the way you can tell stories. And I would tell stories all the time, and some people would just sit there and go, really, is that real? And I go, no, I just made it up. But I kind of got that from my dad a little bit. My dad was a great storyteller. And so I started writing some magazine articles, mainly trade journals for fire service, and I got into photography. I was always an amateur photographer, but more after I retired, I got really into photography, took some postgraduate classes with photography and graphic design and things like that. And I just, I made that transition to doing some freelance magazine articles with the pictures, and I'd write. And I moved to California from Wisconsin almost 20 years ago because I wanted to do this full time. My original thought was being a journalist and a photographer, but after I was out here, a friend of mine who was in the American Legion out here, that I'm a member of the Hollywood American Legion, said, you know, you can do more than just write articles. And he hooked me up with a course and then a program we had through our Veterans in Media and Entertainment Organization, which is VME, my pin here. And I went on and took a lot of classes in screenwriting and acting and things along that line, and I perfected it to the point where I ended up writing 2 best-selling books, contributed on a 3rd best-selling book. Then I wrote 4 children's books, and in addition to screenwriting. And screenwriting was my real love. I really liked writing stories for film and television.
And then when do you find out a turning point, the writing, you can make a living?
Well, you learn that pretty quick, and it's very hard to make a living writing because there's a lot of writers out there. So you have to pick the right genre. You have to pick, build the right characters. You have to, you have to put a lot of thought into what you do, and then it's very competitive. You get to that point where you pitch it to a studio. You have to make your pitch, better than everybody else's pitch, and you learn all the techniques that go along with it, making a pitch package. That's why I enjoy being on your panels, talking about that, because a lot of new writers, especially the younger people that we have coming to the festivals like this.
That's the Universal Multicultural Film
Right.
Festival.
Right. They don't understand, what's involved with the writing and how you have to craft it, and if you're going to pitch it, what you have to consider in your pitches. So, I look at it. I like giving back to people that from what I've learned. That's how I learned. People taught me, and I think it's it's how we pay it forward. People keep doing that, and then I got into independent filmmaking, producing, writing and producing several short films.
Which one was your first one?
My first short film was Life After Oblivion, and it was part of the San Diego consortium, and it was a challenge for military veterans. It was to craft a story they gave you 3 subjects, and to craft a story, pick which one, write your log line. Yeah, write your log line and write a script, and they wanted, I think, it was either 48 hours or 72 hours. They wanted the whole
Wow, it's
script.
quite challenging.
Yeah, and then if it was accepted, we had to make the film in I think 30 days, and we just went right into it. It was a great experience. Worked with great people. We had it was a SAG production. We had 2 shooting days. And
use the traditional way, not like the AI, not the iPhone, right? You used to do the traditional cameras and lots of settings.
Right. We had the cinematographers there. We had 2 cameras. We had cinematographer. We had sound. We had makeup. We had everything like on a regular movie set. It was a movie set, and we ended up winning winning the competition in best drama in San Diego. And we were very
encouraging.
It was very encouraging, and it was not just for me, but everybody that was on the.
At that time, what age you were?
What age I was?
Yeah.
Oh, this was in 2019, so this was.
It's quite a while ago.
Yeah, it was 7 years ago now.
Yeah.
So I was 63 when we did it, and so it it was very very gratifying, and I think all of us that were involved in that went on to do other things independently of each other.
And now you're very active to do, like, I know you do the create poster, and then you create a drama and movies. Which one do you prefer, and how do you go through to choose which and pick?
Well, it depends on what inspires me to write the story. Sometimes it's current events, and I try to put into it things that I know from my own experience, people that I've met. I may infuse them into the characters because everybody has a personality. I make a decision on what the story is going to be, and then I start laying out an outline. I like doing thrillers, drama thrillers, sometimes supernatural. I've got a supernatural one, which is right now, which we're hoping to pitch to one of the studios. It's got a lot of people excited about it, and it's a supernatural thriller, and I'm really happy with it. It's called Where the Sweetgrass Grows. It's an adaptation of a best-selling novel by author Lori Roberts in Ohio, and it turned out really well. And so I have an inspiration such as that. The film that I have in the festival here,
What's the name of that? It's a short, right?
it's a short, a rescue song, was based on the life of a dog I had, and it was inspirational to me. I wrote the story actually over 20 years ago, and I finally got to the point where I actually
20 years ago.
I actually put it into a film. I talked to a friend of mine. She's another filmmaker here in Hollywood. She's actually from my home state, Susan Van Trock. She just said, just go ahead and make it. Do whatever you have to do, make it. So I did, and I did the illustrations. I made a book about it first, and then I did the illustrations. And after I did the illustrations, I used my production software and the AI portion of it to bring my illustrations to life. And that's where you get into directing. You actually, it's just a tool. So what you do is, like in there, I used my illustrations, my dog illustrations, and bring it to life. And I'll say,
Is it your own dog?
it was
image?
it was my own dog, yeah. And I said that have the dog, walk 15 feet, turn right, look at this, look at that. You have to be very specific. You're directing it just like you would direct a film.
But you just put it in the writings to tell the AI what to do.
Yeah. I wrote a script for it.
Yeah.
I wrote a script.
You happy about it?
Huh?
Are you happy about it?
Oh, I'm very happy about it. It turned out beautifully, and my co-producing partner, Sherry Severs in Canada, and you know Sherry.
Yes.
She did the voiceover for it. A beautiful job, which
For Sherry.
so thank you, Sherry. I mean, she would like to be here, but she can't right now. So out of that, we came up with this beautiful movie, which helps promote a dog rescue. Is what it
That's
amounts
for
to.
the good cause.
It's for a good cause, yeah.
Yes.
And we already have support from a couple of rescue organizations in California to use it, and that was the purpose.
Oh,
that
definitely. This is a good
we
job.
wanted to make it. Thank you. So it was really truly a labor of love, and to be able to completely create it ourselves, and then do it between the two of us and our manager, who also does our PR, Amanda Hamilton. She is amazing. She helped do the promotion for it and do everything else, and it was like we had a great team to make this happen. And all this is going to do is now we're going to do something bigger, and so we just grow off of that. This is our experience.
Well, I
doing
think
this.
once you got a good teamwork together, it just make the thing easier to grow smoothly.
Yeah, we've done other projects together, and Sherry and we're producing a thriller, a short up in Calgary this summer called Unsettling Nightmare. And a friend of ours, Len.
Is it also short?
It's short. It's about 20 minutes. It's a thriller, but Len's making his directorial debut on it, and Sherry wrote the script, and
Is it the first one script Sherry wrote?
No, she's written other scripts, but this one, he had the idea of the film that she wanted, he wanted, and Sherry went in there and just really crafted it, and sent it to me and said, "What do you think?" And I gave her a couple suggestions. She put that in there, and it's a really great thriller.
Fantastic.
And so
looking forward to see that.
Oh yeah, I am too, and I can convince them to put it in the festival here, since they'll be from Canada, right?
Yes.
Since it's an international film festival.
Exactly. So but after that, you also did a play recently, right?
Right.
It's quite creative, that one.
Right. We did.
I'll let you talk about it.
We did a stage play with my good friend George Cantera. We're both Army vets, and he's a professionally trained actor and wanted to do Shakespeare. And so
it's not easy for the people, actors to to do Shakespeare. It's just like different language.
It's a lot different language, and the cast that we developed, George wrote the script, and I produced it, and then Sherry was very involved in it as stage manager. Amanda Hamilton, she did all the PR work for it, got us international coverage for it. Yay, Amanda! She made it bigger than what it was, but gave us a sold-out show from all the work she did. And we had it was great. We had a 2-hour show. It came out wonderful. We had quite a combination of. I've never done stage Shakespeare before.
But you did a stage show before, right?
I've done a stage show, but not Shakespeare.
Shakespeare is completely different.
It is, because you have so much dialogue you have to
Yes,
remember
you have
for your
memorized it.
character. And Sherry has never done Shakespeare or stage, and
It was a challenge for her.
it was a challenge for all of us. And we had other people. We had some musicians that were in there.
I mean, a couple of them, they did Shakespeare's before, right?
We had a couple of people that had done
Pamela, I
Shakespeare.
think she did. isn't it?
Pamela had, and so had Nancy, her sister. They have both done Shakespeare, and so we had some people that hadn't done it, and we all came together, and it turned out to be a really great
That's a
play.
teamwork. Everybody contributed. And I think it's the training time, the practice time was really stressed too, right? Very, very tight. But you made it.
We made it. We made it, and of course, we were under pressure right up there. Well, Lejean, who's helping with the festival here, he did I forget what his character was in Othello, but he did a fantastic
Quite a
job.
few of your friends, they helped together.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
there too. I was there too.
Both you and Lynn were there. And the thing is we recruit a lot of friends when we do these things.
well, if the teamwork's working, just stay with it, right?
It does, right.
So what is your next move? What is your next project?
Well, my next project, I've got 2 scripts that I'm right now gonna try to pitch to studio. One is The Broken Road, which is it's kind of a romantic drama.
It's a very heavy one, right?
It's a heavy one, but it's got a good outcome, a good ending, which it's faith-based.
Is it based on a real story?
No, it's my original story. I wrote it. I came up with the idea. I wrote the story, and what came out of it is my good friend, actress Kathy Garver.
Oh, I know Kathy.
Yeah, Kathy. She had asked me several years ago. She says, "You ever going to write a story for us older actresses?" And I said, "Well, I do have an idea for one." So I worked on it. And I kind of used her as the matriarch of the story.
I see.
And so she loves it, and so you're pushing that. And then the other one is Where the Sweetgrass Grows, the thriller, suspense thriller, supernatural thriller. That's the other one. I think we got some great cast that we've casted, and now we're trying to get the financing and working on getting maybe either a named actor to play one of the parts. That's what our goal is, and then figure out a budget, and then figure out the financing. And this stuff doesn't happen overnight. We've been working on this for years. I mean, my Broken Road, I wrote it originally like 4 years ago.
It was a good script. It's a good script.
Right. Well, we read it at this festival last year, right?
Yes, it was
Yes.
a short one, but impressive.
Yeah. It's a feature film. It's 2 hours, and when we did a script review, both of that and Sweetgrass, it came out to 120 minutes, and some people, had said, well, you got to cut it back to maybe 90 minutes, and I just said, no, because we're going to lose too much good stuff that we have in there, and of course it's my baby. I don't want to see anything cut out of it, but I think it's enough that can carry a 2-hour film on streaming or theatrical. We all love theatrical, but yeah, I think it's going to be really
Will
great.
you use AI to get helping to cut the budget, or in the AI production completely?
No, this is all going to be actual casting with a regular cast and everything. We do use some AI to help set up and organize like the shooting schedule and and
Then you don't need to get permits and everything.
well, yeah, we still have to get permits and stuff like that, but it helps us organize the production. Something that might take, days and days and days, you can do, in a few minutes if you put all the information in there. You put the script in, you put all this in, and say, I need a breakdown of, and give it, and say, I want a 20-day shooting schedule or something like that. And it helps you. It doesn't mean that's what you're going to do, but at least gives you an outline that you can.
That's very important.
That you can adjust.
The schedule.
Yeah. So we use it like that, and use some of the business aspects, parts of it for things like that. But I think there's nothing more important than the human touch when you do a script. I mean, you build your own characters. The machine doesn't know what you expect from a person or what their reactions are going to be and things like that. So, but as a tool, it really does help. I've used it, honestly. It'll say, like, I need someone from Scandinavia. What's a good name for someone from Scandinavia? And I'll come up with a couple names and go, great, because I would have never thought of that. But you're given very specific instructions on what you're looking for, because otherwise you sit there on Google going, okay, what's the common names in this area? So stuff like that. So I mean, it probably has a very minimal part of the production, but it does have a part.
So for you, you have to achieve so many things in your life. So far, as any movie or anything you have been achieved, you're really proud of yourself?
Well, I'm proud of obviously Life After Oblivion. I was in the we did a Civil War film called Hapless Revenge. I did, besides being in it, I did the costume design, and I did some of the technical advising on it. I did on...
You involve all the departments, sir.
Right. Well, you have to, when you're independent,
Yeah.
you do wear a lot of hats. On the, worked on a PBS documentary called Take Me Home, Huey, and which we ended up getting an Emmy for. I did the photography on that and some of the technical
It's a
advising.
good achievement.
Yeah,
It's
it
recognized,
was.
yeah.
It was really a surprise. I mean, it was a great.
It's a good surprise,
It's a good surprise, yeah, because we got what is it, the Silver Telly and the Emmy Award, and so very proud of that, and I'm proud of the play. The play was outstanding. I can always say now we did a Shakespeare play in Hollywood, and really did. And
well, this is different chapters, right, in your life.
it's different chapters. It's the thing is, like I said, I like to multitask, and I don't say no very often. If I look at something and think we can do it, I'll kind of go, okay, why not?
You're willing to take challenge. For
Yes.
you, if you want to talk to when you were 20 years old, Tommy, what advice would you give Tommy?
Well, what I probably would have said is to get my degree a lot sooner than I did. Buckle down and
So
do
the
that.
education is still very important.
Education is very important. I did get it, but I was on the 10-year plan. I waited until I finished it after I was on the fire department. But, I mean, otherwise, I don't think I would have changed a whole lot, because everything I did formed who I am today and what I do. And I'm afraid if I would go back and give myself advice to do something different, everything may have changed. And I'm very pleased with what
Well, no matter what you do, you always go 100% with it.
Yeah, you go 100% for something. Either like you say, in for a pound or in for a
Well, if
dime
you go
or whatever it
everything
is.
100%, you're always better than before.
Right, absolutely, and it's and then you inspire other people to do the same thing, and that's why we like working with our friends and with people that we work with, because we all know everybody's capabilities, and everybody that you're working with are going to do the same, and so we're very, very happy with everything we do right now.
So what is your goal in your life, like 10 years later? So what's your goal? What do you want to achieve?
Well, what I want to really achieve is actually having a feature film completed that I had written and produced out there. That's my big goal. And that's got the shorts, got that, but I want to really have a feature that we did.
Is there any things about Tommy Edison's we didn't know, but you want to share that? Because sometimes we never talked about it and no one knows about it. Can you share any things you think we didn't know that, but you want to share that?
Oh yeah, I've always been creative. I've done a lot of my own artwork. I do aviation art. I've always been interested in aviation, and I did.
Have you flown?
I flew in the military.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's hard training, though, isn't it?
It was a lot of training.
Yeah.
And you did it when you were very young, which is very surprising. We always used to say, they're trusting 18, 19-year-olds with multi-million dollars worth of airplane. So
it's a tough job. If you're old, physically, it's quite hard to handle.
Oh yeah, yeah, and of course, when you're young, you're invincible. So that's the other thing they probably look at. You're more daredevil than you are when you're older. But I also build a lot of airplane models.
So I love it.
I love doing that, and I started, with some other people that I know that have some channels on YouTube. We started competitive channels, and we're getting quite a fan base of people that follow us. And so it's fun. It's just a kind of a relief.
It's a sort of hot hobby.
It's a hobby away from doing, all of this movie stuff, and it's a lot of fun. I just enjoy my friends there.
You never stop. You just like full on the engine.
Yeah, and I help with animal rescue, dog rescue.
Even you hurt yourself, you still not stop. We have to ask Tommy, you have to rest, right?
I know, I hear that from people all the time. You gotta take a break,
You have to take a break, but lots of people love you.
Well, I'm very blessed.
I would like you to give some advice for the next generation if they want to get involved and writing screenplays or productions. What advice you can give to them?
Don't give up. Everybody's going to get rejected at some point, and don't make that your defining moment. People compliment me on my wins that I get, and I always say thank you, but you don't see all the ones that I don't win. And the thing is, you keep trying, you keep working at it. If you write one script, even if it's a short, and it doesn't matter how good it is, if you completed it, you wrote a script. Same with writing a book or an article. If you complete it, doesn't matter, where it goes after that, you did it. There's so many people that start something and never finish it. And I always say, if you finish it, you've made an accomplishment, and you're only going to get better after that.
Excellent. Oh, well, the last things, thank you. I'm honored to be that. But the last things, if someone want to invest in your production, invest for your scripts, where they can find you?
Well, what they can do is they go through my manager, Amanda Hamilton and Amanda Networks, and her email is Amanda Networks at she's gonna kill me for this. Amanda Networks, and I wish I could think right off the top of my head.
They can search it. Amanda Networks is normal spelling, right?
Right, normal spelling. We're just coming out with all new websites for everybody, and I think it's amandanetworks.com, and just do that.
If not, you can contact us where we're located.
Yeah, but her email is amandanetworks@outlook.com, so you can reach her at that, and she'll make all the arrangements for doing all that type of thing.
Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy the festival.
Thank you. I am. I love this festival.
Thank you. See you.
Bye bye. Awesome.
How's it, Tom? Is it okay?